Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Shubhani and I'm a licensed immigration consultant here in Canada. In this video, we'll be talking about a pathway of work permit that is available to international people. This pathway has 3 streams within it. It doesn't need IELTS, it doesn't even need LMIA. In fact, one of the streams doesn't even need a job offer. So let's get started.
Alright, perfect. So let's get started. So the program name is IEC. It has 3 work permit options within it. All of them don't need LMIA, don't need IELTS, and it's easy work permit option. So IEC, also known as International Experience Canada, allows you to work and live in Canada. Like I said before, it doesn't need LMIA, it doesn't even need IELTS. In fact, there is a program that doesn't even need a job offer. Okay, please bear this in mind. This is ideal for you if you are under the age of 35. Okay. IEC provides youth with opportunity to travel and work in Canada. Now there are 3 categories under IEC, and depending on each country, 1, 2, or 3 of the categories are eligible. Okay, the first one is working holiday category, second is the young professionals category, and the third one is the international co-op internship category. Let's start talking about the working holiday category first. So if you don't have a job offer and want to travel while working at different locations and for different employers, the working holiday IEC category is perfect for you. So if you're eligible, well, in that case, you'll be issued an open work permit by the IRCC. Now let's talk about the young professionals category. Well, you can be eligible to the young professionals IEC category when you obtain a Canadian offer of employment consistent with your career profession. You will have to work for the same company, means the same employer, on this IEC employer specific work permit. If you see over here, this program, this particular stream under the IEC gives you an open work permit. Open work permit allows you to work for multiple employers, multiple companies. However, wherever you see employer specific work permit, it's just with that employer, just with that company. You cannot switch or change your employer or company. Okay. So there are certain additional requirements with this. So the job offer has to be under NOC skill level OAB, that means tier 0, 1 to 3. Okay, job offer classified as NOC skill C, that means tier 4, could be approved if you provide a post-secondary credentials. Okay, and then your employer must meet all the labor laws in effect if your place of work is depending on in which province you're getting the job offer or in which territory you're getting the job offer. So they should be complying with the local, regional or provincial labor laws. All right, and again, if you're eligible in this stream, you'll be issued an employer specific work permit. Moving on, the international co-op internship is just the 3rd category in this program. So if you're a student currently studying at a post-secondary school in your country and you hold a Canadian internship offer that you need to complete as part of your curriculum of studies, the international co-op internship IEC category is perfect for you. The job offer has to be under NOC skill type level OAB, that means tier 0, 1 to 3. A job offer classified in NOC skill level C, that means tier 4, could be approved again if you provide a post-secondary credential. Your employer must meet all local, provincial, regional labor laws in effect in your place of works or province or territory. If you're eligible, you will be issued an employer-specific work permit. Let's start talking about eligibility requirements. Let's start with the first program in this case, working holiday. So this category is for you if you don't have a job offer, you want to work for more than 1 employer in Canada, and you want to work in more than 1 location. You would like to earn some money so that you can travel. So the name itself suggests working holiday. That means technically you're coming to Canada to travel, but you need to pay your expenses, right? So because of that, it kind of so Canada allows you to make money while you travel. Okay, so the type of work permit you get with this program is an open work permit, as we just saw in our previous slide, and this lets you work for almost any employer in Canada with some exemptions, and you'll need to get a medical examination first for certain types of jobs. Okay. Let's talk about young professionals. This category is for you if you have a job offer in Canada that counts towards your professional development. Okay, you'll work for the same employer in the same location during your stay in Canada. Under this category, your work must be paid and not self-employed. Okay, the type of work permit you get in young professionals category, as we just saw in one of the previous slides, that it's not going to be an open work permit, it's going to be an employer specific work permit. Okay, your employer must meet all labor laws in the province or territory where you plan to work, including minimum wage requirements. All right, the job you're offered must count towards the professional development. To count, the job must be classified under the tier category 0, 1, 2, 3. If it's tier 4, then in order to qualify for this, if it's tier 4, the job may qualify if it's in your field of study, right? It has to be in your field of study if it's tier 4. Now, when you apply, you'll need to submit your post-secondary credential, which can be diploma, certificate, or degree. And if it's in your home country's language, like say, for example, if it's in Hindi, if it's in, like I would say, in Chinese or something like that, well, in that case, it has to be translated into English or French. Okay, international co-op internship. This category is for you if you're a student registered at a post-secondary institution, you have a job offer for a work placement or internship in Canada. Okay, you need to do this work placement or internship to complete your studies, and you'll work for the same employer in the same location during your stay in Canada. So that, again, the type of work permit that you'll be getting with this stream is an employer-specific work permit. It won't be an open work permit. The internship you are offered in Canada must be directly linked to your field of studies. Okay, wages and labor standards must follow the labor laws in the province or territory you'll be working in. The labor code of the province or territory will determine if an internship needs to be paid or not. So two things. So if you are a citizen of a partner country, you may be able to apply for one or more categories in this. And the list of the partner countries is given on this link. We will just check that out in a while. But what if that your country is not in the partner country list? Well, still you are eligible. But in that case, you may be able to go through a recognized organization, right? We're going to check both of these things. Just give me a second here. Alright guys, perfect. So we're here on the RCIC website. I hope you're able to see this on your screen right now. We are looking for the partner countries on the list with the RCIC under the IEC program. So without even finding for any specific country over here, you can just simply scroll down and just go through the list over here. It shows the country name over here and the age limit that applies to that country, and whether that country or maybe people from that country who are citizens of that country are eligible for any of these programs or all of these programs. Okay, it would be at least one, or maybe it could be two, or maybe all of them. Right, so as you can see, the first one is only eligible for the working holiday and not for the rest. But if you see the Australia, you see the age limit over here. You have to be under the age of 35 and you're eligible for all of these programs over here. Now, if specifically you want to go for any, let's go to Costa Rica. So for that as well, all of these three programs are visible here. Let's pick working holiday. Go for it, and then you'll specifically be able to see the requirements based on your country selection. Okay. So that's that. Now, what if your country is not on the list here? Like I said, in that case, you have to go through a recognized organization, okay, using an RO. All right, so list of ROs, that means recognized organizations, are over here. So the first one over here, you'll be able to see what kind of organization is that, target market too, what kind of program they work with. So here they don't have the working holiday and the co-op one, they have the young professionals instead, which allows you with the employer specific work permit for career development. And there are certain countries that are not eligible over here, right? So well, in that case only you're using RO. So if you see, this is specifically for people from India and Brazil. Okay, if you see on the country list, India is not there. India is not over here. All right, Brazil is also not here. Well, in that case, you can either select my country. Sorry for that. My country isn't listed here, and then go. It will again direct you to RO, right? So see, connect with a recognized organization. Okay, to learn about travel and work opportunities in Canada. So in that case, we're just exploring right here. So this specific agency delivers its service in these countries. Okay, that includes eligible countries as well from the list, as well as Brazil and India, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so you can scroll down and find all of these agencies, and then you'll be able to see where they offer their services, and then well, that way you would be able to connect. So let's just take an example over here. What if you want to connect with them? Simply click on the link that's given over there, and you'll be able to explore their services and everything over here. And now going back to the slides, so let's see, this is where we stopped. Moving on. So keep in mind, some countries only allow you to participate once, others allow you to participate twice, but in different categories, okay? Because each country is different, and it's important that you check to see the eligibility requirements before you apply for all of them. All right. Even if you're issued an invitation to apply, you cannot participate more times than your country allows you. Okay, after you submit your application, an officer will assess your eligibility, including your past participations as well. Make sure you read and understand all requirements before you submit an application. Even if you hold a refugee travel document issued by a country that has a youth mobility agreement within Canada, you're not eligible to participate in that case. Perfect. Moving on. Let's talk about the application process. So if you want to travel and work temporarily in Canada as part of an IEC category, your first step is to become a candidate in one or more IEC pools. Okay, they have a pool pretty similar to Express Entry pool. Okay, there is one pool for each country and each category. So in bracket here, we have an example of Australia. It has 3 pools. Belgium has 1 pool, for example, right? So there is one pool that is for all other countries that are not participating in the program. Okay, you will have to go through a recognized institution or organization in that case to be able to get into that pool. To be able to get into the pool of candidates, you need to be first eligible. Okay, if you're eligible, you can complete your IEC profile on your account. Okay, well, now in this case, if you don't know how you can do it, or if you need a professional help, feel free to contact us at www.zeste.ca. You can use the link given in the description box to book an appointment with me, and I'll be more than happy to help you with this. All right, perfect. So if in case you're doing this on your own, well, in that case, when you complete and submit your profile, the system will tell you if you're eligible in any IEC category and will put you on the corresponding pools of applicants. Okay, in the IEC system, there are no rankings or scores. Awesome. The system will select random profiles arbitrarily or randomly, and the number of ITA or the invitation to apply sent each draw will depend on the spots available for each country or category pool and on the volume of candidates in each pool. However, ITAs are delivered based on these priorities. So first priority is international co-op internship, and then second is young professionals, and then finally the last priority would be given to working holiday stream. Okay, it could take about weeks to months for you to get an ITA. When you receive an ITA to apply, you will have 10 days to accept or decline it. Okay, the invitation will expire if you don't respond within 10-day period. You will have 20 days from the date you accept the invitation to apply for the IEC Work Permit. Okay, if you are a candidate in multiple pools and received an invitation to apply from the first pool, you cannot receive an invitation from the second pool until you decline the first one. Perfect. Now let's start talking about the generic document checklist. Okay, so these are the generic documents that you would be submitting. However, please note, depending on your country, you would also be required to submit a case-specific checklist. Okay, so you have to follow the checklist as per your country, and then you may be required to submit additional documents based on that. Right, perfect. So you will have a case or country, as I said, you'll have a specific case or country specific checklist. So make sure to check that out first. But here I just have a basic checklist that applies to all countries, which is first thing is your passport. Now, few things to keep in mind. Your passport, it needs to be valid at least until you leave Canada after your IEC experience. Okay. The expiration date of the work permit will not exceed that of the passport. All right. Digital photo has to be as per the RCIC specifications. You'll be able to find that on the RCIC website. Make sure you have a nice, perfect CV or resume. You need to upload a recent CV or resume that includes your education, professional experience, qualifications, and city, country where you currently live. Okay, you will also need to provide a police clearance certificate for each country you lived in for more than 6 consecutive months after you turned 18. 18. Okay. Moving on, if you are an international co-op intern applicant, you will need to provide proof from your institution assessing that you are still a student and that the signed internship agreement that contains the title of your position, the description of your duties that you will have to perform, the beginning and ending dates of your work placement, the address where you'll be working in Canada, and the contact information of the company. If you are using a recognized institution or organization, you have to upload an official letter of confirmation from them. All right. So countries like Brazil and India, make a note of that. Now, if you are a VIE applicant, which is specific to France, okay, well, in that case, you also have to upload an official letter or certificate issued by the Business France, which identifies the applicant and the employer. If you are from Costa Rica or Ukraine or any other country needing a visitor temporary resident visa, that means a TRV or a visitor visa, you must get that as well. Okay, so imagine if you're coming from Australia, well, in that case, you need an ETA. You don't need a visitor's visa. Okay, but if you're coming from India, yes, of course, India is not a visa exempt country in Canada. So in that case, you're going to have to get a TRV, that means a visitor visa as well. Okay, if you need a medical exam, you must see an RCIC approved doctor. You will need to upload the document given to you by the doctor into the system, either the proof of medical examination section, and you can do that either in the proof of the medical examination section or the optional document section.
So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell icon right there so that you get notified every single time I post a new video. If you wish to talk about your Canadian immigration case or if you wish to explore your immigration options in Canada, then feel free to contact us at www.zeste.ca or simply click the link given in the description box and book an appointment with me to talk about your case. I wish you guys all the very best for your future. Thank you, take care, and see you next time.